Howdy modelers, this is Alan. In this video I'm doing a follow-up here of my major track update 1 and layout update number 2. I'd showed some running with my locomotives, and the trains or locomotives handled all of what I'd done here, all of my changes. They went through the super elevated curves okay, that I have on this end of the bench here. My big boy seemed to handle it okay. My Southern Pacific 1996 4560 seemed to handle it okay. My Katie 1988 and 1983 seemed to do okay with it. The only engine that seems to have a problem with it is my 5380 here, my UP. And we're going to hit the recall button to go to number 3. We'll turn the light on. See if she... Let's see, I think we got track power. Yes. Okay. I'm going to run without sound here. I'll show you guys this. All these locomotives, except for my UP 5380, which is a Gevo locomotive, went through the super elevated curve. This one here, let's see if it at this speed, now it's doing it right there. It's doing it right there. The locomotive, when it goes into the super elevated, it seems to be doing fine. When it leaves the super elevated is when it's coming off the tracks, and I don't know why. I'll show you my what my other locomotives are doing, and we'll even run the locomotive in a different direction and see if that it does it when I'm going in reverse here. See if it what it does when I go in reverse. It seems to be handling it okay in reverse. So we will slow it down, go forward again. Like I say, I don't think the super elevated track is flawed in any way. I just think that some engines handle them better than others. And right now, this engine here is not handling it too well. Now, if I go slow like that, it handles it okay. Let's speed it up and go a little faster. It's going through the turnouts okay. If you've seen my feet in the shot, I apologize. Let's try this again here. That seems to be going okay into the turnout. And it seemed to handle it right there. And that's at speed step 33. Let's bump the speed up just a little bit. Let's bump the speed up a little bit. Seems to be handling it okay now. And we'll keep the speed down. Let's see, it's going 36 speed steps. Let's bump the speed back down to about 21 speed steps. You see it going into the SuperElevateds again. Let's see how it does when it comes out going 21 speed steps. There it goes again. So when it runs about that speed there, and see if it lines itself up going through it does, but not teetotally. So it's the realignment track helps, but it don't perfectly put it back on to the, it's not totally back in line. Now it is. Okay. So we'll bring her back around. When I tested my BNSF Gevo, you see right there, when I tested it, it didn't have no issue going through the SuperElevated at all. I'll put 5380 here. Slow her down. Back her up. Put her on the parking track right here. Turn the lights off. Align the switch. And we'll align the switch for the main. Turn the light on here. Let's go to 5804. Turn the light on. And we'll run 5804. This is my BNSF Gevo. Basically the same engine, DCC, the TCS decoder, and same frame and everything like that, and it's not having no issue going through the not having no issue going through the SuperElevated at all. Speed her up a little bit. We're at speed step 30. I'm pulling this short consist here of my auto racks. Put this a little closer so you guys can see here. It flowed through there just as smooth as butter. This engine here has always done really well on my layout. I'll run it through the passing siding here. Real fanning at my finest. And again, running pretty smooth. I'm kind of thinking that the trucks on that 5380 they have play in them, but it's not enough to negotiate these super elevated curves, especially when it's going from the super elevated into the easement curve. So, and we'll switch this back onto the main, and we will slow her down here, and we'll run 8444, which is my SD70 Ace. Make sure I got the light turned off. And hit recall. Flip the switch. Flip number 2. Make sure we got the light on here. Okay. Takes a little bit for that UNITRACK decoder to spool up the engine, but she does pretty good too. It just takes a little bit to get her going. SD70 Ace is having, I mean, it's running through there pretty smooth. Don't seem to be having any issues either. I did check the alignment on the I took my gauge, my NMRA gauge, checked the alignments on the axles on my Gevo, on my UP Gevo, and they were all in alignment like they're supposed to be. those microtrains couplers, they really help. You know, with that swing in them going around these curves, because these curves are kind of a little bit tight. But and these the microtrains cars, these auto racks, they have a pretty good swing to them as well, so they do pretty good going around these tight curves. As you can see here, they swing out with no not too many issues. But I wanted to ask you guys what you thought, or what your thoughts with this 5380 doing what it's doing. How you would handle that. I can make the change of taking the SuperElevateds out. I'm going to run this through one more time. I could turn that Gevo and run it in a different direction, and it might do a little bit better and may not have that trouble derailing. We'll see how that does. But so far these other engines are handling those curves quite well. So we'll run this through. We'll run 8440 through. And my phone's gonna die because it's getting too... Okay, we continue with the video here. We're gonna back up. I'm gonna back up the SD70 Ace here. Then I'm gonna turn 5380 around. Once I get the slow her down here just a little bit here. Sorry, I didn't have this in the view here. We're going to turn 5380 around and see if it handles going the other direction. Okay. Okay. Here off camera here, I'm gonna turn 5380 around here. Let's see, I think we got her on. I think we got her aligned here on the... Okay. We got 5380 going this direction. Tracks aligned. Turn on the headlight. Let's see how she handles going this direction. There she goes. A little bit of delay here in the decoder. It's like the air brakes. See how she handles going this direction. Still tell she's got the ESU on there. You can still hear the horn on there. Let's see how she handles coming out of the curve this way. Going this direction, she seems to be doing okay. Going this direction. Okay, that's at speed step 24. Let's take a little bit, take her a little bit faster speed here. She seemed to handle that okay, going that way. So taking the layout in a counterclockwise direction, she's not having trouble derailing coming off the super elevated curve. So that might be a good sign there. Just have to run her in this direction this way. You can see she kind of drops down though. The engine kind of drops down when she comes off the curb, but she's not derailing. So that again might be a good sign. We just need to run her in this direction. So with that, guys, let me again know what you think about that with her derailing when I was running the engine in a clockwise direction when I was going this other way. As you can see, she kind of drops down a little bit. You can definitely tell that super elevated curve, there is a little bit kind of a drop off, but at least it's not, the engine's not derailing. So please leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this. Because you know, any suggestions help. Any suggestions help. And I appreciate all of them. And I know a few years ago, I'll mention this here in the video, a few years ago, I was talking to Mike Pfeiffer of Pfeiffer Hobby, and Mike was using, I believe, super elevated curves in his Helix, and I asked Mike what he thought about them, and asked him if he would ever, you know, continue using them you know, in new layouts, if he was, you know, going to do a new layout, you know, in the future, whatever and that. And he said in future layouts, I would probably not use super elevated curves any longer. So he just used regular curves. And so I don't think they are totally bad, but you definitely have to have an engine that can negotiate them and don't have an issue with them. Going this direction with this Gevo, it seems to be running okay. If I run the other direction, or, you know, in a counterclockwise, you know, direction, as you've seen my 8444 and my BNSF Gevo run, it was wanting to derail off the main, and not completely, but enough to where, you know, it wasn't getting, the trucks weren't you know, aligning themselves back up. Even going through the re-railer, it wasn't aligning, you know, to where when it came into the passing siding, it was the engine had an issue. So but like I said, guys, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you would drop the super elevated curves, or like, you know, continue running, you know, if you would, you know, continue running with them, or as in this case, I'm running it in this direction, it seems to be doing okay here. So, but I appreciate that. And I'm thinking about putting this bridge in, and there is a little bit of a gap right here and right here, because this bridge is a little taller on a flat surface. But I'm thinking about putting this bridge in there, just to, you know, kind of spice up the layout a little bit. And so let me know what you think about that. So, you know, we enjoy all your guys' comments. So please, you know, hit that like button, smash the bell, and leave a comment. We thank you for the new subscribers. We got a few new subscribers. Appreciate that. And we thank you for watching RDA N-Scale channel. This is Alan. I'm going to let her come back around one more time here. And guys, we thank you for watching. There she goes. Y'all take care. Happy Friday. We'll see you.